All right. The Realm of the Mystic. Where you left off last. You all had your long rest. Some of you in a majestic bathtub. Some of you finding each other's comfort in one room. Some of you just peeking out from the corner while you're sitting down, looking at a book, and just observing all the awkwardnesses in the morning. Nonetheless, you got all your long rest, awkward mornings aside. If you didn't already click your long rest button from last time, you are more than welcome to do so. To remind you, you were given 24 hours. There's no one that can manipulate this time. This is just how long you guys can stay within this realm, as you don't naturally belong here. 1 hour was spent for the Hero's Feast. 8 hours was spent for sleep. So 9 hours is already done. With the remainder time, you were given full access to wherever you want in the Realm of the Mystic. Whatever knowledge is provided to you, you are more than welcome to obtain. No one actually specifically gave permission to just go ahead and just start talking to people, but if there's something out in the open, books or anything like that, you're more than welcome to research without any kind of boundary from stopping you to access it. People still have their lives around here. There are still businesses. There are still homes. Life moves through here just like any other realm, any other town, any other country. Getting a weird look from... Oh, is it Ben? Are you just modifying your camera?
I'm working on fixing the camera.
Okay, I was just like, what? Is there something in my face? Like it's... to remind you, where your inn is in the middle of the tower. That is the main temple for the queen of this realm, randomly appearing through a magical door inside the stairwell. You assume it's daytime, but there's no windows in your inn to justify those means. You just assume if 8 hours have passed and you got here pretty much at night, it should be daytime. You're all awake. Anything specific you want to do before you head out?
Babu wants to play.
Apparently.
I get assaulted by Klaus in my bedroom.
Mama, which dice are mine?
Speaking
Mama?
of which, I totally forgot to tell Amanda, I did make Klaus. He's in your notes.
Yay! Cool.
He is now a combatant if you want him to be so.
Well, do I pull up a separate character sheet? Or
Nope,
how
he's
does
still
that-
the same character sheet because he's a monster. So you would go into your notes in your character sheet. So it'd be like actions, bonus actions, reactions, features, and then there's notes on the far side. It should also be where your Shadows of Finia was.
I had a Shadows of any.
It's when it's...
Amanda, you can cast spells too.
Okay, notes. I will look.
Okay.
We can move on because this might take a while.
It's just gonna pull out like a
extras.
yeah, and it's just and it's just gonna be a skinny drop down like
Oh.
ruler menu that's just gonna show his page as a monster.
Got it. Thank you.
So continue. What would people like to do?
Hide out in this bedroom before until I hear more people coming out.
I mean, you
So I
already
don't have to be
you already
able to
came
go up.
out. You're already out. You're already
Yeah,
spotted.
and then I disappeared into a bedroom because Nova saw me, and so I'd like to continue hiding until I hear other people out there, so Nova doesn't look at me again.
So are you going back into Alistair's bedroom or your own bedroom?
No, I'm going into one of the extra bedrooms that
Okay.
I know for a fact someone didn't take because I
Gotcha.
did see everyone go.
Randomly accidentally open up Bjorn's door and just see his butt ass sticking out at you.
No, I know where that room is. I did not go in that room.
That is when Bjorn sleeps in the bum. 100%. Nothing but bagpipes.
His kilt like flipped up a little bit while you said
A horn, bagpipes, flipped up kilt. You got
Ring
it.
ding
You
ding
got the vibe.
No, he's doing the old traditional way of actually how you put on a kilt. You would actually lay on the ground and then you'd lay on it butt naked. You start rolling into it, so you would randomly come into him when he's butt naked while it's on the ground.
That's the that's the excuse I make before I am butt naked. Oh, it's the traditional. How dare you interrupt this sacred ceremony?
Considering he was the last person to give me grief about particular things, I will gladly avoid him at all costs today.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so you find a random room. Anybody else?
I am also waiting till I hear people moving around. I am enjoying my water.
Okay.
I'm just sitting at the table writing more notes in all of my books.
She
I
came
have so
out.
much information.
She came
I have
out.
so information.
She
I
looked
can't
scared and
tell
she
you.
ran back in. Note taken.
I'm going to go out where Nova is and just say good morning and very embarrassedly grab cleaning stuff and wipe the soot off of everything that I missed last night. I'm picking up some of the chairs that got knocked over, and once I do that, I'll probably take Klaus outside for more training because I
Okay.
learned my lesson. Don't do that inside.
After he casts his hyper beam. Okay. You see that now he's got his rest. It looks like his natural energy that he can use to expel this beam again can be used one more time, but it looks like it takes quite a lot of fortitude from to be able to do it. Like I said before, he's able to at least understand the commands of like sit and come and do certain things, but he's very treat motivated at the current progress.
I've got book pages and I feed them. Ready, sit. Good job.
He keeps staring at Nova's book. Like it's like these are really
Whoa.
basic ass treats you're giving me. She's got the good shit.
Bad. No. No.
Just give him a glare that, you know, if he comes near, he's gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're training Klaus.
And I hold all my books really close to me so he doesn't steal any of them.
Oh, I'm taking them outside at this point. We're going away from your books.
All right. Alistair, I mean, you I don't think you left the room yet.
No,
Were you-
I'm still in there. I think
Yep.
he'd be in there for a little while longer, and then if he hears people out and about, he'll start coming out then.
Okay, cool.
Everybody's waiting to hear other people move.
We
Yeah,
are
right?
way
Yeah.
too introverted. Holy shit.
No, if I hear Azalia go out, I would have been in there for like another, I don't know, we'll just say another 20 minutes or so.
I
30
thought
minutes,
I
and
was
then-
the introvert.
It sounds like
Okay, so
it sounds like the morning of like the Friday morning of a con where you're checking the group chat to see if anybody's currently awake. It's like, okay, people are awake. I can message now. You know, that's
Yeah.
Nova's the person that got up early and went to McDonald's early and came back.
Yes. I've already gotten my coffee in, all of that.
She's already in her costume. Like she's like, I guess I'm going to the con floor alone.
Guys, what the hell?
still 3 hours till the line can even start.
Everybody said they were going to be ready at 7.
Yeah.
At 2 less in the morning. Yeah. So I'll
Yeah, speaking
like,
as someone who has done 9 a.m. photo shoots, I feel this so hard.
Yeah.
I'm the
So
guy
why
who's
is that always the
up at
person who
6
scheduled the
o'clock.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
photo shoot?
I was that jerk that got up at 6 o'clock, walked to McDonald's and got everybody food and brought it back.
Well, that's how it was for.
That's still nice.
Oh, we're going in the
That's
conversation.
nice.
We did this for
Perfect.
last C2E2 because her and I got up way too early in the morning. We don't even know why we woke up so early and we couldn't get back to sleep. So we decided to go over to the Starbucks nearby. But because it was so early, a lot of the doors were locked. So we had to go outside around the actual theater and cross down the street to actually get to the Starbucks because it was like 5:30 in the
I
morning.
remember that Snapchat.
Yeah.
He's like, it's fucking cold out here.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, 20 minutes go by and I will get out of bed and then
All right, cool.
armor up and come out.
All right.
Yeah,
You know,
once I
but-
hear people moving around, I'm gonna get up and drop the cloak and look
Okay.
like a human and go in search of breakfast
Sure.
and people.
Bjorn?
I will wait until I hear other people moving around in the common area. Quick question. In my room, are there any spider webs?
Are there any spider webs? No.
Mhm.
It's a very specific
Okay.
question, but no, it's a pretty clean room.
Yes. Yes.
Very specific.
I understand why he's asking it. I don't blame him.
I will walk out and join the others.
I will eventually show faith.
Okay.
Immediately going to get cereal.
You got like a magical chest that can just make you any kind of edible food. And just like, cereal it is!
Is there a kitchen, even though there is a magical chest?
There is still technically a kitchen, yes.
Then yeah. Whatever means I don't have to, like, talk to people yet.
All right. Awkward
Get some
morning.
coffee.
Awkward morning aside. You guys are all up. You guys hear a knock on the door.
Who's that?
I go open the door.
You do see a tiefling of like almost kind of like pearlescent horns that kind of curl back and almost tie up to her braid. And she's got like distorted skin, but it's almost like purposely colored to be stained of 3 different colors. It's like naturally like lavender, but then she's got some staining on it that's also crimson and a little bit of like burnt skin on it. With silver eyes, it just stands there. Good morning. I was come to assist you all with wherever you need to go around the realm in case you got lost. I'm Arena. I am the local scribe in the area, and I was told from our queen to provide you any assistance while you're here, and any questions before you randomly just go boop and just disappear.
Were we going out today? I look at everybody.
I don't know. What is it would be after?
I was
to go to a library, if there is one.
She just looks confused. I was under the impression that the reason why you were allowed to roam was to get some information for some questions you had.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I just didn't know if
So,
someone sent for you.
yeah, a library seems like a good place for that. Did you have something else in mind?
I mean, library's great. We do got the scholars court, which is down the way. If there's any information, they usually have it, and they have it researched. And then there is the what's it called? The pie post. Anything that gets transmitted through different realms that is hard to be transcribed, they find it out there.
What post? I'm sorry.
The pie post.
You did say
P-I-P-O-S-T.
pie.
Yeah, P-I-P-O-S-T.
Okay. Oh, pie like 3.14. Okay.
Correct.
Do they have pie
Like
there?
that's where library
She
went.
like
I'm
looks at you
there's many
confused, and she's
pies
like,
between-
"Oh, no, it's not a food area. They're very much analytics."
Oh. We could divide and conquer and go to all 3.
She
How
is.
much time do we have left? Does anyone know?
Is there a clock or anything in here that would tell us?
There is.
We were
There
9
is like.
hours.
You did have like a sort of like smaller size grandfather clock on the inside. It doesn't tell you the time. It just clocks. It just shows like a meter of just like that like 9 hours is spent, and that you have 15 left, but it doesn't actually tell you the time.
It looks like we have 15 left out of the
So this
24?
pie post, you say something about it going between realms.
It allows. It has many wizards and mages that they listen a lot to a lot of information that's passed between the realms. Anything that sounds confusing, it goes to them, and they spend years and years trying to just transcribe things that are too complicated for simpler folks like I.
So they're listening in on people's conversations.
Yeah.
Where would the restricted area be? At the library or the scholars?
She looks
Or
at
the
you
pie post.
confused. Restricted area?
We need restricted information.
Okay.
Probably.
She means rare information or
Oh,
lost
rare information? That'd be over at over at the library.
And lost information would be there too.
Nothing's lost. It's all found here.
You sure about that?
No.
Girl. Get in like this 10th degree.
She's just like, okay, I'll
Sipping
tell
my
you what.
coffee,
She just
looking
starts
at
like
her.
getting really confused and really upset. She just like immediately summons a map and just puts on there. I'll tell you what. You find your own way around. Okay, bye. And then she closes the door and she starts running off.
Well, Manon is like confusing people before she's even had coffee.
I asked her one philosophical question.
I don't think she's built for
Excellent.
philosophy.
Well, I guess we are on our own. So, should we split up?
I guess we're used to
Or-
that. Curious about this play post. So I think I'll go over there.
Nova, you want to
You
go to
better-
the library?
Yes.
I could go check out
Surprised
the
by that?
scholars port.
As
What's
you guys,
everyone else's plans?
okay, so we got
I'm
3 people going there.
outside with Klaus right now.
You're outside with Klaus.
You randomly just see a very colorful tiefling just crying, running past you. They're fucking jerks, and then just running away.
I guess Azalea's getting picked last for dodgeball over here.
Well, I guess
Just-
that's our cue to go back in, Klaus. They're all up, and I just do a scoop and bring them up.
I would also say to imply too, Klaus is also medium sized now, so he's like 100 pounds,
I do a
and
big
he's
scoop and bring them up.
like you can carry him, but he's a big boy now. He's
He's a big boy. He's been eating a lot of fat books.
I'm the biggest.
We might have
the
to cut back
best.
on what you're eating,
Eat
buddy.
all your books.
It's like Babu when he sits in my chair.
all right. So I have to take into notes of how this is going to work because time is against you in this. So you guys got 3 different locations, as mentioned. All right. So who is going? Okay, other than Roneen, who's going to Pie Post?
I think
Go
we're
with Roneen.
still deciding.
We were
I
still
think that's why
trying
he's
to
asking.
figure it
And be like, "What's up? Oh, okay, let's go."
We got 3 places to go, and I give her the rundown real quickly.
Was there any specific ones that, I mean, besides I want to go to the library, but is there any other specific things that people would like to find out while we're here?
Sweet.
Figured I could find them out. The scholars out
Alistair, if you're
Post
speaking,
court.
you're not on.
place.
I'm talking out loud to myself.
It sounds like right now we have Roneen going to Pie Post, Scholar's Court is Manon, and Library is Nova.
I'm going with Roneen.
You're going with Roneen over to Pie Post. Okay.
Mhm.
Confused,
fully
thinking
hear
it's
the
actually pie.
conversation, So, or Azalia didn't fully listen to the conversation. So when she said pie post, she's really thinking there's pies over there.
Everyone
It's
get
like,
your
I could
battle
go-
buddy.
She's like, I could go for
Thoroughly
pies.
mistaken.
All right, for Alistair and Bjorn, where are you guys gonna go?
I go where Nova goes.
Okay.
Then I guess I'm going to the scholars because I'm not gonna let
Oh,
Manon go alone
Jesus
because
Christ.
she can't talk to people. And people time out.
It's gonna be that awkward morning. It's like, look, we had a fun night. Why you follow me around?
Remember when I snuck away?
You love your toothbrush.
All right,
Oh,
so
boy.
because I didn't know if you guys were gonna split down in half or not. So, I need to know from all of you if you guys are gonna dedicate the rest of the 15 hours to your research or not. This will depend on the DC checks you guys get. The more time you spend in one place, the lower the check will be to find out information. So you guys are going to spend the rest of your time at those specific locations?
I mean,
No,
I don't have anything else in mind
Okay.
unless unless they tell me something that leads me somewhere else.
All right.
Yeah, until I get whisked away, might as well.
Okay, got it. All right.
Mhm.
So That'll make the checks pretty good for you guys. All right, so as you guys break and you head out, you guys have the map in front of you. You guys are able to see where everything is. The library is relatively close to you, as it is actually part of the temple itself, making sure that the queen can actually dictate what people can and cannot read. It is at the bottom floor, and much like the fake wall that led into your inn, there is a fake wall here, but it does have a rune on it that makes you know that there's actually a door there, and it's currently open, and you're able to see, like, it's just a one single floor of like an endless hallway that opens up to probably about a 20-foot wide, and it's just a never-ending bookcase that goes way down.
Nova's in her happy place.
For Manon and Alistair, the Scholar's Court is about half a mile away. You do find about a 3-floor, about 3,000 foot wide, almost like Capitol building for this place. Rounded top. And you do see a sign on top of it that's built into like this marble wall that actually looks like it actually is a mage with a book in hand. And it actually does have Scholar Court, but it's translated as Mage's Court in Elvish. This very much looks very similar to like a library, but this kind of looks like more like a Congress building, kind of like that, with the way the books are decorated across the place. But a lot of the information here is more magically obtained, where you got to actually go through scrolls and find that kind of stuff. There are guards by there, but it looks like they're already like known of your presence, and they just kind of like immediately just move up their spears to let you go through, knowing that you are going to be coming. For the pie post for Roneen and Azalia, sorry Azalia, no pie. You go across this long bridge to get there, and it is more of an inverted 5-floor building. Instead of it going up, the first floor is the ground floor, and then it goes down like this pillar that actually holds up the bridge, and it drops downwards. The post itself is filled with a lot of monk-styled wizards that have like different scrolls in hand, and they're constantly going through them, and they're transcribing information. They're reading things, almost like you like look at them and you see these dirty parchments have no words on them, and they're just putting their hands on them, and they're revealing what's hidden in plain sight, and they're bringing up information they're jotting in books. And then you can see in the distance, as you do see one scribe come up to you, and he kind of points in direction without speaking, and he just knows who you are and just points in a section of things that you can go through that are transcribed scrolls and books. We will start off at the beginning with the library, since that was the first one I mentioned. So Bjorn and Nova, you enter into the described super long and never-ending library itself. You can't tell if it's just an illusion, like it just keeps going on and on, you just can't see the end, or if that is really just has unlimited knowledge. You have been told that places like Hades Library does have knowledge that many other places don't. So there is a competition of who's right and who's wrong. Does this place have more information than him? Does he have more information than this place? You don't know. But it is just this long hallway, and there is like just the genres. It starts off with like, instead of like naming like, you know, history, religion, it goes based off of what they consider as reading level. They go from a novice to apprentice to master to scholar at the end. Each one separated. All the books in here are like journals and different pieces of information of like diaries that were jotted down from many people. Instead of these actually being books you'd find somewhere else, these are specific books that actually tell the tale of something, or at least jot the information of something, like a diary.
Okay.
So, you tell me what you want to look for, and I'll tell you the check.
I'll pretty much be like, do you think we should see if there's any information about Malik in here, or the Far Realm or something? Maybe the ancient gods?
I think, Nova, you should lead the way. You have the true sight. And wherever that true sights lead, I'll protect. So,
Okay. And you see her kind of just like walk around. She's gonna also try to find maps too, if there's any maps in this
Okay.
library.
Since you are giving yourself a decent amount of time, so you're looking for information about Malik, you look for maps, and what else are you looking for?
Information about the ancient like gods, the ones that the
Got it.
queen mentioned.
With the DC also being low and Bjorn helping you, you get to roll investigation check with advantage.
Sweet. Okay. I'm also gonna not hide that I'm looking at the maps, but I'm looking for a specific area on the map, but I'm not gonna point it out where I'm looking.
Got it.
That would be, you said investigation?
Yes.
So that's 18.
Nice. DC was 14, so you are perfectly fine. Within a couple hours of time, you both are able to find not only just a map section, but more like rare maps, like maps that are actually jotted down by people that went into like lost areas to find like hidden caves and stuff like that. You're able to find out a few journals, not from Malik, but you're able to find journals of like his soldiers before the war that actually wrote down stuff that involved him in it. So like their viewpoint of how they looked upon Malik, both his enemies and his allies. And you're able to figure out stuff about the ancients, both info that people currently know about them and info of what people knew about them before they were called the ancients. You're able to find that much information. Throughout this time,
Picture me just pulling books off the shelf and handing them to Bjorn to hold as we're
throwing up some maps on there.
He's just like surrounded by and trying to find a table.
Okay.
And then when I'm looking at the maps, can I strategically look for Raven's Peak on the map?
All right, go ahead and give me a nature check as you're going through the maps. This will also be advantage because I'm assuming Bjorn is helping you.
Well, he wouldn't know I was looking for that specific.
Okay, then this would be
on the
regular
map.
then. This would be regular.
We're just looking at maps in general.
can I roll an insight check of what she's looking for?
Sure.
Ooh, that's not that great.
Everything's fine. It's a 6.
That was a 12.
12.
I guess. Yeah, 12.
You're not able to find anything that falls into that name, but you're able to find three spots in the material plane, aka the Aberrant Realm, that match a description of what you were given. A small village held in with large mountain peaks of snow with a very narrow pathway. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. She would just write down the names.
Okay.
She wouldn't say anything else regarding it.
One is named Naranitan. It is what currently
How do you spell that?
Niranitan. If you look at the map, it is top left.
Top left. Oh, haha. Okay. I forgot you I didn't realize you changed the map. Sorry. Okay.
Next one is actually where you guys is actually unnamed, but is actually in the Abris Kingdom, and it is what is considered the Rivermouth Isles, which is on the most north continent.
Okay. You said there was one more?
Akron.
Akron. Okay. And then I just kind of jot down very north, very cold.
Sounds like home. You find anything interesting, Nova?
Well, I have a hypothesis, but I want to flesh it out a little bit more before I mention anything. Like a
As
good,
you would.
investigator would. I guess anything interesting in those soldiers' journals? And I just kind of hand them to, thinking that you would understand probably more of the jargon than I would.
Okay. So then, Bjorn, you can give me an investigation check throughout those books to see if there's anything that kind of makes sense for information you guys need to know.
17.
17. You're able to find some information from a couple of his allies and one of his enemies. As Malik was kind of neutral throughout the war, he didn't necessarily want to pick sides between elves and humans. That was his whole premise, was trying to stop the war from happening. He still had to have some allies. Because he couldn't necessarily have humans and elves in the same room, they could still be his allies, but they could never be together. This one was actually jotted down from a female human named Tenrei. It's just described that Malik himself inspires goodness in many. With the energy that he has, it makes anyone believe that the world that they were born into can easily be changed just by one man's decision. You're able to get a lot of the stuff from this book, saying that no matter what his strength was, it seemed like his major power was just inspiring hope into people at the bare minimum, and his strength always just came second. But there is information in here that kind of brings up that his strength was unchallenged, untested, and anybody who tried to, show face would fail, and he was never beaten. But more information than that kind of brings out just loyalty and inspiration was always around him. As far as the two enemies, they are unnamed, and they're actually put into one book. The information itself is given pretty much the same information. Even though they were enemies of Malik, they are explaining that they're only enemies of Malik because they cannot believe in his cause of races mixing with each other. But they had no problem with him. They only had to deal with him as kind of like a point of contact, necessarily. They never wanted to fight him. They didn't care to fight him, and they honored him, but they knew that he still technically was an enemy. Throughout the information you're able to find, even his villains, even his enemies, never wanted to be his enemies. They just stuck to their beliefs. In the world that he's from, with the exception of his folks, no one saw him as an evil as you guys see him. That's pretty much the information you're able to get from the journals.
What do you think, Bjorn? Anything interesting?
I'm still listening up here.
Sometimes we'll either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. They thought him a villain only because of their own beliefs.
Huh. What a paradox. To live long enough and to be charismatic enough that you can be seen both as admired and villain at the same time.
Nova, I will be honest with you. There are many places in this world that me and mine would be called the vilest of villains. And through you and Alistair, Azalia, Manon, I've tried to redeem that, but I'm sure there's many that still look upon me as the vilest of evils.
Yeah.
A quandary, as you said.
Yes. Sometimes our actions are more of a survival than true to our heart. And those actions that were only done on survival can be redeemed if one is true of heart and learns from them and consciously tries to make a change. And I think you're doing that, obviously. So, otherwise you wouldn't be here in our weird misfit of companions trying to take on the world and the problems of the world. We really need to have a rest time. I feel like we've done so much in the last 24 hours that I don't think we've comprehended everything. But
We
yeah.
We definitely have a lot to review with the others, and for my part, not to excuse anything these warriors have done in the name of their beliefs or Malik's beliefs, but oddly, I understand.
Being able to is the most dangerous kind of villain, someone you can empathize with. And it sounds like he was very charismatic, and I'm sure that has not changed.
Unless there's other things we should find, we should probably make our way back to the others.
Yep. And we'll look through the couple of books we found about
The
the
ancients.
different old ancient gods, just so that we have that information too.
Okay. I'll have you do one last check to cover the ancients. This is gonna be a religion
Okay.
check. Are you both doing it?
Okay. Do you want to do it too?
If you do, you can just
Yes.
give Nova advantage.
I will give Nova advantage.
Okay.
And I have one more thing before we leave.
Okay.
Well, that is a 60.
Okay. You don't find too much information on where they're called the current ancients. But you're able to find at least some basic descriptors about them. You're able to get the names, as you've been kind of told a little bit of them. Obviously, you know about Remus, Okarai, and then there's Trigga. Each of them representing by a certain kind of creature. You are able to figure out that Trigga represents death and the sky itself. She is also a nine-eyed raven. Okarai represents rage, but was originally trickster. That also represents the nine-tailed fox, and obviously Remus is the serpent, and the avatar of hate. You're able to find out a few pieces of information of them. You're able to at least figure out why they were imprisoned. They are very, very old, and they're obviously from Malik's time. Each of them were imprisoned for the exact same situation. Chronomage. They were all chronomages. In the time where using time magic was forbidden, they exceeded what would actually be considered. They far past broke the law, and they broke the law so bad that actually kind of almost was like worse than murdering somebody. They did a very specific thing that of at the time where chronomage was so chronomagic was so forbidden. This was considered like the worst sin, that they're imprisoned, and that's why they're imprisoned in the Far Realm, because time does not flow in the Far Realm, and therefore their chronomagic is completely useless there. Other than that, none of them actually have done anything wrong before they were actually imprisoned. It was actually put as a few pieces of information that Remus himself was a very kind mage that learned chrono magic to save his wife. Okarai was actually a warrior that got stuck in time. And Trigga herself was cursed to see time.
Interesting. Well, seems that meddling with time makes you be banished.
I miss Eternal and those who mess with it. dabble at their own risk, so that makes sense.
It does say that the reason why they were imprisoned in the fire realm, which makes sense, because time doesn't flow the same way. It makes it so they're trapped. That might be, I don't know if it would be beneficial, but it's good information to know. See, we do have a wizard, Corona Wizard on, leashed on the realms right now. Somehow we could trick them into the far realm. Maybe their magic wouldn't work.
A good tactic.
Though I think we need to stay far away from him for now. I don't think we have any capability to pretty much defeat him in any way right now.
So we convince the others to make a tactical retreat.
Mm-hmm. Well, that one. Yes. This is kind of weird, but while everyone was sleeping, I went and visited with the Star God. It seemed much easier to see her from this realm, so that was helpful. And she provided some insight, which is trying to help me, which I still have hypothesis in, so I don't want to bring up all of my thoughts yet regarding it, but she provided some information, and the only one I'm very concerned about is the powers of her daughters, the two twins, Kokobial and Rose. There's a balance needing to be, and currently it's unbalanced, and that could become troublesome in the future. So, and it also involves the twins' mother, and I'm not sure how to approach it, because I come to care about both of them, and I'm afraid that this information might harm them in some way. But maybe we can fix it. I don't know.
We need to talk to the rest of them for sure. Alistair is a shield, a carrying shield, and Azalia is stronger than you may think. Or at least so, I think. We have bonded, we have fought, almost died together. We need to share, and we need to figure out the path forward. But before all that, I'm gonna kneel down Nova, take out one of the raven feathers that I stolen from the witch's hut, take out my dagger, slit my palm, put the blood on the raven's feather, hand it to her. As a raven feeder, my tribe has degraded, submitted themselves to barbarism without reason. The orb, it was the union of our tribes, the thing that raised us up. And no matter what, I will protect it. I will protect you. That is my oath. If you will accept.
I'd be honored. But we will bring your tribe back to the light and reset. It was only the recent history that they went away. Past history shows much more braveness and heroism and kindness than what the last couple of years have been.
I haven't seen it, but I believe. Regardless, we should go back to the others and see what they've found, and
Agree.
plot a path forward.
I agree.
All right, we'll switch over to the pie post.
Where they're eating pie. No.
So
Where
we're,
we have no pie.
We have no pie.
As we're walking across, Azalia whispers to Roneen, I thought you said there's pie here.
No, not. I said there's not that kind of pie. It's the
Oh.
pie that's the circle, and I see what you thought. Why you thought? All right.
Oh, yeah, that's very disappointing, but I mean, still getting information. No pie.
so
Sadly, no.
as you guys see this upside down 5-floor building, very narrow. First floor itself is not fully off limits, but there's not much for you guys find, as this is mostly the transcribing room. But as you go down to 2, 3, 4, and 5, they're mostly open for anybody to go through if they're able to get this far, which you guys are allowed to do so. Mostly one-of-a-kind books of transcribing, scrolls, everything kind of like locked up, but you're given like this key to unlock anything you want. Just make sure you put it back when you're done. And everything is kind of short. You know, if it's a book, it's no longer than 3 pages long. If it's a scroll, it is just simply just a singular scroll. It's a lot of information that they've found, and they jot it down. And instead of stacking information in chapters, they just like, all right, here's volume 1, here's volume 2, here's volume 500, kind of like that. So, knowing that this is more kind of information that was kind of like listened to, picked up on, anything like that, what is it that you two would like to look for?
I am going to focus on looking for communications that might have come out of the far realm, especially from Remus, but from anyone, or
Okay.
into or out of the far realm.
Okay. Anything else from either one of you?
I'm gonna look at stuff pertaining to Malik, and I'd also like to look at anything that might hint at, I think he was the ancient one, the Goliath that tore my heart out.
Oh, Emmerich.
Emmerich.
Okay. Yeah, sure. All right. So both of you guys are looking individually. Both of you can give me an investigation check because you're going to be dedicating most of your time to this. The DC is really low. So each of you give me an investigation check on what you're looking for.
Oh,
That's gonna... I can't read that. That's gonna be... All right, that is an 18.
Good. And Azalia?
We are not liking to roll. And I don't know what I did with all my dice, but at least I have a d20. Bear with me, I'm sorry.
Excuse me, goodness.
24.
There you go. Okay, cool. Both of you are able to get your checks. So, Roneen, you said you were looking for calls in, calls out to the fire room, specifically about Remus?
Yes.
Okay. So...
I mean, especially Remus, but anything
Anything
going in and
important?
out of there.
Sure. Knowing that you guys to spend like the next decent amount of time over there, you're able to find some decent information. You're able to figure out that Remus has a point of contact named... I gotta remember if this is the right person. Nope, that's not it. You're able to find out that they've had constant communication with a person named Darwin Thranduil. They're labeled as what the scribes can assume is a dwarf, and based off of the way the communication goes, it sounds like the dwarf is of nobility. The communication is kind of goes back and forth about certain kind of questions. One is, how is Akari's prison? Is it still solid? The answer is always good, but to make sure that the queen is not suspicious, we can only appear once every 2 months. But the Okari seems to always be contained within the waves, as it is called. The next one is there has been a lot of passages about numbers. As you can see that like some of the volumes go over how is number 1 treating, how is he faring, then it goes to number 2, how is number 2 treating, how is number 2 faring, then it goes all the way up to you. How is number 7 treating, how is number 7 faring. The last thing that grabs your attention is the constant, this person always knows where you are. As you start finding information, they knew when you were in the Feywild. They've been watching you, but it doesn't seem like they're constantly following you. They can only maybe once every few weeks, but it seems like whenever you move somewhere, they know that you're there. And it's not specifically Remus just tracking you. It seems like someone's just has contacts that are following you. And you can actually see dates of okay, yeah, I was just there at this time. This is when we actually came to the Feywild. Somehow they knew that within a day. They knew when you guys went to the castle. They knew that and then you were able to actually figure out that they were actually at the gala. The last thing we're able to figure out from Remus is that he is assembling over 10 acolytes that are specifically to him that are put as don't tell Malik. There's not much more information other than that, is that he's making sure that there's 10 acolytes that are supposed to be Malik, so he's making sure it serves him, not Malik. Azalia, what were you said you were looking up Malik and Emmerich?
And Emmerich.
Okay.
Yep.
There is not much on Emmerich, as he is hard to track down, as it was specifically told to you. But there are a few points that you're able to get because of your high check. One is actually you're able to get a conversation that was actually had between the Emmerich and the Weave. This actually sounds like it happened just shortly before you had your nightmare. It has a specific discussion coming from Emmerich that has very little bit discussion from... Let me switch the page so I'm not cutting myself off. Little discussion from her. He speaks mostly all of it. I have made my way into your realm. It's as easy as unlocking a door with a toothpick. Your security is terrible. Your world is faulty. I've seen better security in my time. There goes silence for a little bit. Yep. You are the only threat that I have. You are the only problem I deal with. And then it just stops there. From a lot of different pieces of information you get, is it seems like Emmerich is trying to put the Weave on his side. As far as Malik, the only thing you're able to figure out from Malik is that he is constantly put as confusion for different things. It's constantly shows that he's speaking as 3 different voices in 3 different realms at the same time, creating confusion to the scribes of how to transcribe it. No one can speak in 3 voices in 3 realms at the same time. So you're seeing like almost like a blacklisted piece of paper where a lot of it's been wiped out and covered up with ink because they keep getting confused with what he's saying. But it seems like he's given orders about where to go, and it has different numbers. So for the Averant realm, it has numbers put. So Sagaria is put as 2,000. Nelithir is put at 100. Heartwind is put at 0. And Abris is put at 0. Sorry, I'm getting myself mixed up. And Aegeus is put as 5,000.
Okay. Excuse me.
And that's pretty much it.
Hey, Roneen.
Yeah.
Do you know what these numbers would be? And I'm going to show her the map with Sagaria and Heartwind and all the numbers next to it. You don't think these are...
I suppose it's the
People-
number of his followers.
I was afraid of that.
I mean, these visions showing much armies far bigger than that. He's got to start somewhere.
Well, this is a little concerning that he has so many.
Especially in what used to be the Aberrant Kingdom. They do seem to be following their leaders, I suppose. Leaders that tell them what they want to hear, I suppose.
I'm going to take out a notebook and jot down all the numbers and the names of places.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we've got Remus getting people to follow him that aren't following Malik.
Really?
And
Does he have
something
a lot?
about it, like a dozen perhaps, but it's acolytes. It's the ones that are uppity up. So I'm sure they could get others to do what they want. And there's this feller, sounds like he's a dwarf, Darwin Trundle, asking about Hakarai. She's secured somewhere in the waves.
Like
Something
under
about
the sea?
make sure the queen is not suspicious, and I don't know which queen they mean. But Everest, maybe. If it's something about waves.
It must be. I mean, it sounds like you found some important information. If anything,
We knew about somebody trapped. We above table. We did hear. I remember something about somebody being imprisoned underneath
Yes.
Aberest.
So you
Does
guys
this
were
connect
already
to that?
told. Yeah.
Does this ping those bells?
Yeah. You guys were told
couldn't
that
remember-
the
I couldn't
Okari.
remember if that was something that I knew in character.
Sure. Yeah. No, you do know that the Okari, her avatar is actually trapped inside Aberest. Not like she's being held by chains, but because she's not a water god, she's not a flying god, she can't leave. She's stuck within the Aberest domain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess this refers to that, but why is... And one more question. The thing about who was Remus asking Darwin, or was Darwin asking Remus about whether her prison was still solid?
Remus was
Can I tell that?
Remus was asking
Darwin. That was part of the communication between those two, is what I've got.
Remus was asking Darwin Thrandiel if the prison was still
Yeah.
intact.
So he wants. So it seems like he's got an interest in keeping her imprisoned.
keeping her in prison and keeping secrets from Malik. I mean,
No,
that's
the keeping secrets from Malik. That doesn't surprise me too much. I think perhaps he wants to take it all for himself. But maybe that's why keeping. I mean, I'm just a bit surprised. These ones in the far realm, I thought they might be. You'd think they might be allying with each other, but maybe it seems like they're trying to keep. He's trying to keep it all for himself and keep her out of it. I don't know.
Possibly.
Well, let's go back to the others, see what they think of what we got, see what they got. I don't like that there's somebody who knows wherever I'm going.
I don't
Like that
either.
there's
And I'll
somebody.
start looking around as we walk.
All right. Last but not least, we're going to go to the Scholars Court with Manon and Alistair. As you access into this large cathedral-like library temple, you pass by the guards that lift up their spears to let you through. You enter into this large circular dome that is huge. That is about 10 floors in height, of different books, scrolls. But this is specifically stuff that would be forbidden for anybody outside this realm. Ironically, you being here, Alistair, you would know that there's actually information here that surprisingly that Hades doesn't have. The books here are books that are actually lost to time. Different things that when the White Witch erased them, this place still left a copy. But they're like the only kind, so if they get destroyed, then it would officially be lost. There is some other books in here, but mostly this is a very secure library that has just first editions, one of a kind kind of books that, you know, when you take them out, you got to take care, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Well, as we're walking in, I just look at him. I'm like, this is not a date, by the way. And I go off.
This is like I never said it was.
Where do you go
Just
on a date?
being
The fucking
clear.
library. Where do you go?
Some people do.
It's actually what we did on our first date.
We're
I'm
nerds.
just being clear. And I don't even know where to start. Oh. Go to M? The M section?
Okay. All right, you go to the M section. Okay. Alistair?
I'm gonna actually go to her name. Malik's wife,
Kira.
the White Witch.
Gonna go find
What was
stuff
that?
out the White Witch?
What was that, Ryan?
Sakura.
Kira, yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find anything about Kira.
Okay. All right. Investigation check from Alistair and investigation check from Manon for the M category.
Where's K
Hades.
from M?
80 Sun coming in clutch with a nat 20, so
Oh,
a 21.
Motherfucker. I'm sorry, what was the check?
It's investigation.
That was a 12.
It's like I swing hard. I don't look for shit. I mean, it's like Mephistopheles, Moron, maybe. You got through all the M's and stuff like that. You kind of go through, I'd say, with the check, you're able to find maybe 2 books that interest you. One does bring up Malik, but it's kind of like the history before what's called the fall of Malik. And it brings up some topics about what you kind of already know, which is about him being married to the queen of the first mage, the first human mage, and found out a couple facts about them. One, due to Malik's birth, they were unable to conceive a child. Due to her magical powers, they constantly had problems where they couldn't be next to each other. It was noted that her last day of appearance was 2 days before he was claimed to be dead.
This is the info I'm getting?
Yep.
Okay.
And because you just did a book about Malik, that's it.
Okay.
The only other book that you get is actually one that's labeled your name.
I hate that. I'm gonna read it.
It does not say therefore, it just says Manon. It does not have a date on it, but does look like it's a really old book, roughly the same age as the one you just looked through. It is
Oh, I hate
binded
that extra.
in leather that looks like it's been kind of opened up and closed so many times that some of the binding is kind of cracked. The book itself is actually just like a journal, but doesn't actually say who wrote it. But it does look like it's been preserved very well. Some of the ink is kind of smudged over, like someone, whoever reads it, kind of like puts like their like coffee thumb, like from actually drinking it, kind of on there, and you can kind of see like a little bit of smudge. Other than that, it does seem really old. The book itself, which is roughly about 24 pages long, it goes through a specific contract that was made 12,000 years ago. The book itself is actually made by what is called the Hell Scribe. You would know this as someone who would actually be the one that actually takes the contract and actually vitalizes it. So before that, it's just a magic binding. This person's actually the one that actually puts it to hard paper and actually makes sure it's indestructible. It takes into account the moments of it. The day was odd. I found myself wondering, why was he here? What was his purpose? Why would we need our lord to come into my king's domain? With his entrance, all bowed. I was new to this world and I did not understand the presence that he brought, but my knees shook and I bowed without thinking about it. With time, I was able to understand his presence. The way his ears pointed out different than other half-elves. The way he approached everyone, the way that people kneeled in front of him. He had a presence that people older than even my king would understand. His presence was ancient and his loyalty was strong. It was not about power. It was not about status. It was about honor. And that's why my king kneeled, and that's why the rest of the court kneeled. There was no if, there was no and, there was no but. He came in, he asked for a favor. Normally, my king would put up a price, but the king did not. He only asked when, where, and how. The when was more difficult. There was no time for this. Made things difficult. How was when an apparent theft of a throne was being taken. The rest of the information seemed odd to me. I was new to being a scribe after all, being only 5 years of service and only 6 years of age. With this, all I have is knowledge, but even his is beyond me. And that's when it ends.
Can I flip through and like look for the name drop of Manon and why it says it? And
there's actually no name of Manon in the book. The book is just called Manon.
Wow, I hate that. I'm gonna flip through the first book and be like, yada yada yada. So it's okay, all right. And I'll pick up that one, read it thoroughly, and I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna walk over to the K section, just gonna, boom, dunk it down in front of Alistair.
I'll look at it and be like, okay, this book has your name on it. What?
Did you read it?
Did you see me look at it and read it? No, I haven't.
Read it.
So I put down whatever I have, because obviously this is much more important. And
That's like a stack full of books.
I pick it up and I'm just flipping through it. I'm like, do I see anything in this that stands out to me?
I mean, if you're reading it, you can definitely you definitely can tell this is actually from an actual arcanist that's actually writing a tale about his. It's more a diary of him actually making the contract to Manon. But outside that, there are no details that she did not see. There's nothing that she's missing. It is just realistically his viewpoint of how he was feeling and his specific journal of what happened that day.
Okay.
I'm skipping some stuff, obviously. He got up, he had breakfast, it was great. He had some berries in his oatmeal, that kind of thing.
With
an at 20, there's Manon scrawled in the corner, and that's the name of the book.
He at one point, he's like, yeah, I think that's a nice name. Yeah, I'll just flip through it and I'll just be like, I think most of this we already knew, right? That the contract was made, Malik showed up, King of Hell granted it. The guy just seems like he was maybe there.
Yeah, but it's the name of the book. With the fact that it's a super old book.
Alistair, give me an insight check on the book.
Okay. That's an 18.
Okay. Question, I don't remember, so you're going to have to clarify. When Manon had the vision of the actual contract being made, did she tell you about it? Or did you see any of it?
I don't remember. Did she tell us about it?
I think they saw the contract being made. I don't think I did.
We did.
I think that was in
brain.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we were
all right.
brain.
So that's right.
Saw
Okay.
my shit.
I wrote
Alright.
it down in
No
my
idea.
notebook.
So then you can at least realize that the description that this scribe is actually given out of the events that you guys saw is different. What you guys saw was threatening. Malik actually showing power to actually have the contract being made with sword in hand and a title over the king. Basically swinging big dick energy. In this, it's not that. It is He walks in. There's respect for him. He doesn't have the blade in hand based off the way the book is written. And that it's almost like, you know, we've known each other all life. A favor does not have to be a deal. You want something? Sure, I'll make it for you. No questions asked. It does not seem like the way that you guys saw it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I mean, it seems like this guy was there. It doesn't, I guess, naturally match up to what we saw was implanted into your memories, but like, it seems more
Saw
cordial.
something implanted in my memories?
Yeah, remember when we went into your brain to save you?
You guys
and we
never
met-
told me this shit. I
did.
just want to point out. I don't
Yeah,
think
we
you
met-
went in.
We did. We met Neganon, and we were like, hey, we liked her better. I think I personally insulted you about that.
I don't think negative Manon was there for that
Neganon,
part.
Yes.
I'm not.
I don't
saying
she
think
was
we
in there.
ever
We fought her.
actually told her everything.
No, you guys
but
never actually told me. I was hoping you would, and you
nobody-
didn't.
I let you read a couple passages from.
That's
the,
true.
The
Yes,
journal.
but you
So
didn't show
you-
me everything.
No,
Sorry, I
not
don't
everything.
I think it was just implied that
I
they're all like,
always-
you got a fucked up mind. Like, it's just.
I said that she could read more in the future when
And then I never did.
just enough to, because I didn't want you to like overwhelm yourself at that time.
All right. So, like, yeah, I remember. I could have swore we talked to you about this when we were in your mind and brought you out from whatever magical coma you were in.
Oh. Wait, what did? So you saw something different than what's in the this?
Yeah, I
the-
mean, this-
the favor
the-
thing's weird.
Well, this book just makes it seem like they just respect him, and in the memory that we saw, that we dealt with in there, he came in all grandiose with some big sword, just kind of swinging his authority around.
To the backpack.
Yeah, you don't?
I'm gonna open his backpack thing and put the book in there and close it and then do a sweep and make sure no one saw me.
Okay.
Tuck this book away.
All right. All of a sudden, you put some weight in there, and then the weight is gone, and the book disappears.
Is this a bag of holding? And I look
No.
into the bag. I lean back and look at the M section.
It's back there. You're in the realm of magic.
I'm gonna walk back over to the M section, ruin his research, obviously, and then pick up the book, walk back over, peel it open, and I'm gonna try to tear out the pages and stuff them in his bag.
Strength check.
Because that went so well for you last time.
Remember what happened the last time you tore pages out of a book?
It's fine. I just have them tattooed on me now.
You got
I have
this.
lucky points. I
She
18.
says lucky point.
Okay.
I
need,
just like I my brain's all messed up. I keep thinking every character I have.
I
has
need
lucky
you
points
to roll
and
me
I
intelligence
don't.
saving throw, please.
Oh no, I'm bad at that. All right, I'm going with these dice. Don't let me down. Nat 20, no fucking bro. This is a nat 20. Yay! I love you. Give me a kiss. Okay.
All right. So you're ripping out pages. You're ripping out pages, no problem. Getting them out. Alistair, are you watching this?
I mean, yeah, at this point, I'm glancing over because now she's making a
Okay.
spectacle
You're
of
notice that
this.
she's dropping pages on the ground. They're blank. She's dropping them on the ground. They're blank. Dropping them on the ground. They're blank. You happen to look at her with what few pieces of skin that Manon has. She's starting to get coated in tattoos.
I'm like, Manon, stop.
Why?
Because they're transcribing on your skin, you idiot.
Oh, that's not a problem. And I go back and tear more.
You two are now the tattoo buddies.
going-
Like everything beneath
like-
the neck is all.
we are
we're-
fucking.
I'm just
Right,
curious. Where has she not been tattooed? Because I would know.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
I don't know about her other tattoos, but the Bahamut tattoos are like rib cage up to like collarbone, and then it goes across.
Okay, so I'll have to read those later. All right.
No, you can't.
So we're
The real reason for that night.
So we're gonna go.
Yeah, just studying.
We're gonna finally get to Alistair's check with his natural 20.
Yeah, hey, that's great.
So what were you rolling for again? Which one did you do?
I was trying to find out more information
About Kira.
on the White Witch, on Malik's wife. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
I
With
lost
the
the
natural
plot,
20,
sorry.
you're able to find out a few things. Honestly, you weren't allowed to actually find out anything, but with natural 20, you will. So give me a minute. I gotta get to her page.
Right, lost knowledge. And I read aloud because then, if I do, my dad technically hears it because it's been spoken into the world, and now he knows.
Sure. All right. The White Witch, known as Kira Ann, named for being the first human and the first female to have magical powers. Along with having her magical powers, she was the first mortal outside of Malik to be born with immortality. Due to the way that the magic worked in her time, powers are based on imagination alone. Based on imagination alone. Based off what you can tell off of this is that in her time, her magic was weak, but based in your world now, it would be considerably powerful. Fireball is easy for her, kind of like that, like a cantrip. She was also the inventor of chrono magic, but it was told that she learned it by finding a mysterious book. She had a total of 3 hobbies that people knew that she almost like possession did whenever she was not attending to her court or attending to Malik. One was writing down the first ever grimoires of their time. 2 is she had a fascination with constantly helping all the other female warriors actually take care of themselves with hair and different products. And the last one is specifically she was a weaver and a quilter. She constantly had herself a golden spinning wheel that she kept around with her. That's what you found out.
Are you reading this out loud?
He said he was.
She was a weaver and a spinner. Had a golden what again?
She had a. I forgot what the
Boom?
tool. Yeah. Thank you.
Or spindle.
I'm
Spindle. Sorry.
gonna stop ripping the pages when I hear that.
Yeah, as soon as I read that out loud and it clicks, and I'm just like, mother. I'm like, did the Weave Mine have a golden spindle in her like area when we were there? Ever?
The Weave Mine has like a golden everything. Anything that is meant to actually create like tapestries or anything like that is gold. So anything that any kind of crafter, sewer, anybody that, and even her needles would have been gold. Everything would have been gold.
Was Bjorn right all along?
What do you mean?
Well, he didn't want to. I'm just saying, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, and she is who she is, maybe.
I mean, it's also it's a stretch, right? Because maybe
I mean,
she
is it?
Is that a weird coincidence?
It's a really weird coincidence, I feel like. I mean, maybe not.
Joe, I'm gonna flip to like, was that like everything that's in the book, or is there?
That's as much information that even this place has on her. Her life is a mystery, and this is like the most information that they really have out there. They have a sketch of her, but it's kind of like they've taken different pieces, like almost like different people that are the sketch artist for police and stuff like that. It's like almost like 10 people got in there and they were given different pieces of information. So her look is not exactly what you guys saw, but it's pretty good. You see the curly hair, the white, and her, her notable beauty. But that's pretty much it.
Can I look at this photo and see if I see any semblance in the Weave Mind?
You wouldn't be able to know because you
calling
never
for nothing.
actually seen technically the Weave Mind's true. Well, I shouldn't say that. You haven't seen the Weave Mind's mortal form. You've seen her two forms. You've seen her god form, and you've seen her form that she showed up at the gala, which was very much like it was kind of like very much an illusion. She had like the star skin on, and she made sure that she made herself look glamorous, but you knew that wasn't her real form. So those are only two forms you saw.
But like facial features wise, is there any resemblance?
You can give me a
potentially?
perception check on it or an insight check, one of the two.
Get an ass insight check over here. All right, lucky dice, do it again. Nope, never mind. That was a 3.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Yeah, that's a total of 8.
Okay, so like running through some stuff in my head real fast as Alistair. The fact that she was the first chrono mage, that she was all into weaving and spinning and gold, was overly attentive to female warriors' personal appearances. Immortal, powerful enough to kill Malik.
Not powerful enough to kill him. She was powerful enough to put him asleep.
All right. She was born with immortality, though.
Even though it doesn't say that, I'd say you could kind of read between the lines, and you could assume that her birth was first considered like a bad omen. Like, a female not only having magical powers, but a human female having magical powers was considered like almost like a bad omen at that time. So she probably had to work her way up to actually prove herself.
Yeah. Okay. Would we have any more time to search one more thing or no?
Sure. You got an natural 20, so I'll let you search one more thing.
Weave mind stuff.
Weave mine? Okay. Go ahead and just give me an investigation check on that.
Finish tearing the pages out of the book.
16.
16. You're able to find a few books about what is called... One book is called The Weave. The other one's called The Weave Mother. The last one's called The Weave Mind. You assume it's all about the same person, but they all give different descriptions. The Weave itself is considered an illusionary force that is literally the strands of fate that holds the realms together. It is what actually binds time and binds everything like gravity. Without the weaves of fate itself, worlds would collapse into chaos. The Weave Mother is considered the first ever god. And she is set to be the person that actually created the universe itself and gave the purpose of creating the realms to her acolytes. The Weaver is considered a demon, a force of chaos that actually is meant to destroy the realms. So, like, one talks about creation, another one talks about destruction, the last one talks about fate itself. They're all interpreting 3 different things, and no one has a direct answer of what she actually is.
Is he reading this out loud?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he
Read out
wants
loud
Hades to know it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure before I don't want to metagame.
Yeah.
What if, thinking out loud, like angel, devil-ish, and maybe there's a mortal form interpretation? I don't know. What if she split up like Kokobial?
I mean, that's possible, but I mean, thinking about this logically, the more realistic thing is that these are 3 different perspectives. You know, one more of a scientific approach of what the weave is, But the Weave Mother versus the Weave, or it's probably two different people's opinion of person. The truth, realistically, probably somewhere in the middle. That they are, somebody that was one of the first gods. They created the universe, the shaping of all that. But then they also are the ones that destroy the universe to restart it. And we already knew that she does that.
Am I crazy, or is it possible? Don't nod. Stop that. It's not the question. Is it possible? Do you think that the Weave Mind and Queen Kira could potentially be the same person or linked in some way?
I mean, talking about it before, possibly. I mean, if she was born, who knows when.
There's
We
like,
saw
no
that-
information about her.
Well, but if she removed it. So either
She
this
could.
Kira White Witch exists somewhere and could be a powerful ally against everything that we're dealing with, or possibly the more realistic thing here is the White Witch is the Weave Mind, potentially, or Weaver, or whatever the hell she is.
I thought the White
And-
Witch was Queen Kira.
She is, but
Right.
she's also been around for how many centuries or more? How many universes have been destroyed and she's still around somehow? Or that she's able to remove her knowledge from everything. Malik's still fucking here. And
Are we
those
talking about the
universes-
Weave Mind or Queen Kira?
Both?
Or so that you think they are the same person?
Possibly. I think that's a strong correlation between the two, but we can't say for certain.
We could ask the Weave Mind. Only other
I don't-
solution would be to figure out where Queen Kira would be. I assume she's alive somewhere. At least that's what it seems like.
Well, okay, so let's back this up a second. This is things that we need to tell everybody else. If we tell them and we write this down, I think at some point soon, aren't we due to go back to talk to the star god or whatever and look at the crystal and get knowledge or something? Aren't we allowed to do that like every so often?
If we ask Nova, I assume, probably.
Remember we went there and there was the weird robot person, and then there was the crystal, and they said we could come back every so often and like get information from it.
Yeah, but Nova's like her messenger,
then that's-
right?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but that's something that we could look at to see if we can find where Kira Ann or the White Witch or whatever, if she's around, we can find her that way.
Yeah.
We do, then we can talk to her. And if we don't, then there's a good chance that, since she is immortal, that she might be the Weave Mind.
We could also talk to the Weave Mind.
I don't think we can. Didn't we make some agreement that we're not allowed to make communication anymore with them?
I mean, are they gonna know?
Like most deities do, yes.
Well, I'm talking about this realm. Which, like, I start looking around and I cast Mind Link. Like, that's gonna do anything.
Yeah, I think this person, the lady we talked to, the queen of the magic realm that we are currently in, said that we can no longer communicate with the Weave Mind and say, fuck off if she tries to.
But if I use this and I point to my head with my telepathic ability, it's not
You're gonna-
technically magic and they wouldn't know.
We're still communicating. I think they would know. It's like me saying, hey, Dad, Manon has a book about her, and now he knows. It's on your skin.
Tell him that.
He would I don't think that was lost knowledge.
Well, I want it to be secret knowledge.
Okay, well, he knows now that exists. I don't know if he knows what's in it.
Well, also, first off, your attachment to your dad is like a magical one and a
And
blood one, but that's not. It's mostly magic. So, like, they'll know about that, but
yeah, he's also said that anything that's missing from history or not known, he doesn't know. But if it's spoken into existence, such as if Malik's lackeys or generals or whoever is dumb enough to say things out loud, then he would probably know it.
why don't we ask him for more information about that?
Because we haven't been back there and I haven't got a chance to talk to him.
Maybe you should.
I mean, I can try and see if anything's come down the pipeline, I guess is the best way to put it. I can ask him to see if he found out about any of this stuff that I mentioned, but I don't know exactly how this all works, man.
I'm gonna push the books on the table aside and then gestured at the table like he can do something on the table. I don't know if he wants to sit on it.
Are you
I'm
trying to
making the
clear a spot
gesture,
for
though.
you to sit? What do you? I don't know what you want.
No, for you to sit.
I'm in a chair. What do I need to sit? You came to me.
Then it's a focus space.
What?
To talk to your dad.
Oh my god. All right, maybe. Why not? We've got more important things to worry about right now that have to happen here and not elsewhere. I can contact him anytime.
Everything about Malik is important.
Hey, and I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that we are limited on time here. And I don't want to waste it trying to contact him when we have access to things here that he may not know.
DM, how much time has passed?
Based off of what I was discussing with you guys with this, you guys, like, once you guys done, you guys head back, and you guys got about 5 minutes before you teleport out.
So we'll say around this time it's been enough time.
Yeah.
We'll look at a clock, look back to him and be like, all right, later. But this is important.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that it is important, but the information that we got here was more important than me trying to reach out to him, knowing that he's probably not going to know this stuff until we say it out loud.
But look, my brain is where if a Malik soldier or acolyte says something like a dumbass and he knows about it, he could tell us.
Correct. But I don't need to waste our time here. Like, this conversation is a waste of time at this point. But yes, I don't want to waste our time here trying to get information that we can pass on to him that he can maybe use to correlate something that he found out from one of those idiots. I would rather us find out information to feed him, and then he can make that connection.
All right, fine.
We did.
Let's go back.
Okay. You guys head out.
As we're walking out,
I'm gonna mutter, "This conversation's a waste of time" as we're walking out.
And as I open the door for her and she walks out muttering that, I go, "The library would be too good of a view anyway," and I walk behind her.
All right, you guys head out. The rest of you head out at the same time.
It's boring.
None of you guys only got so much minutes left. By the time you guys all meet up, you guys got about a couple minutes left. As you guys all meet up, you do actually have the Queen in front of you, the Queen of Magic there. Vethariel standing there. She just kind of looks at you, and she just kind of like has this circle made of like candles and roses and petals and stuff like that. And she just looks at you. Were you able to get what you needed?
Yeah.
I think so.
I will look at Alistair.
It was definitely helpful.
At least for the most part, we got some information.
She just looks
You
at you.
can still go to Aberys, yeah? I look around at everyone.
Like, as soon as we get back?
Oh, where are we going back to? I've lost the plot.
She just like looks back to you.
Well,
I unfortunately have to take you back to where you were. I'm
Right.
able to fix.
All right, well, we'll discuss it then.
Immediately, Seraphina shows herself up. She comes by. She takes a single phoenix feather from her dress and she just passes it on to anybody who takes it.
You take it.
Okay. Just looks at you. Now, don't waste it. Just don't waste it.
Before
do?
they. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just
What
asked
is
what to do.
Oh. Think of it as an emergency. If worst case scenario, well, the worst thing happens, ignite it. But hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Very carefully put it in my pocket.
Okay. What were you saying, Alistair?
I was gonna say before we port out, I would like to get up by Seraphina for a second,
Okay.
and I wanted to be like, I want to thank you for everything, but
Oh, you're
I had
quite
a
welcome.
serious question. Something that was said about power can't be destroyed, and that it can only be transferred, and that your current power is being abused. We probably need to transfer it to somewhere.
Probably. Yeah.
Who or what would you recommend?
I wouldn't recommend a who. Giving it to somebody else, you know, unless you can truly trust a person with having that much power. You know, I can't say that I didn't make any mistakes. So I wasn't even perfect. But, you know, unless you can truly trust someone with that much power, you can separate it as much as possible and bring it down so it's several people that have it. So otherwise, you can do what Bahamut did once upon a time. He separated his power into multiple blades. You can do that as well. The power can be transferred into items, but you'll need someone to create items that can hold the power. It's not just a single relic that can be put inside an enchanted item. It needs focus. It needs the correct materials. But the more you split it up, the easier the power can be to hold. I think that's why your mother's power originally was split into fours. Yeah, Kokobial had a psychic break, but it was her way of protecting her powers. She's separating the four so her powers could at least stabilize.
Do you think our mother, with the having returned and having the full force of the power, is she gonna be okay?
Well, all I can say is no offense to you, and I know you love your mother, but the scales were balanced when she was in limbo. Now they're unbalanced. Myself taking Armros's power and herself taking Kokobial's power has never been done before. There's no book about this. One can only take an account of any information we have. Light and dark, you know, magic versus material. There has to be a balance. My magic's out there, but my body's not. Her magic's out there, and her body is. There's an imbalance. What that means, I don't know. It could be bad, it could be good. Let's hope it'll be good.
Are you saying she doesn't have her power?
She does. She has her power. But
wouldn't there be a balance if we could find a vessel of some kind for your power, though?
yeah. Yeah, there would be a balance. All you need is a body that hold it and the power to go with it. As she's saying this, I don't know if Azalia is listening, but she's scarily looking at the phoenix feather that she gives you as she's saying this.
Let's see if I would notice her looking or not. Higher than 10, yes. Okay, I do notice her looking.
Okay.
Joe, would
Yep.
I notice that her gaze isn't looking at me and it's looking
It's like
over
an
at her?
yeah. There's an occasional fear she's saying that she goes from very, very analytic to occasional fear as she looks at the phoenix feather a few times. It's no more than like 3 times, but there's the occasional glare, almost like if you're afraid that someone's listening in. In this case, she just keeps looking at the phoenix feather 3 times. It's just like I said, if you want to put it in somebody, then just trust that person who will take it. If you feel so bold that one of you take it, just know the consequences and the responsibilities and what it can do to you when you take that much power.
I mean, if we have to choose somebody, what are those?
Well, unlike your mother that was able to progressively absorb the power and she was able to adapt herself to it, most likely personality changes, power fluctuations, and having to live alone for at least several months to let yourself adapt.
Will this help with any of that? And as I was putting it in my pocket, I had noticed her looking, and I kind of pull it out again.
She just gives like a quick response. That won't help you do that. And then she just turns away.
No, but knowing the lore of a phoenix, if we light that, I'm assuming that'll bring someone back to life. Would that somebody be you, potentially?
Just don't do it. I'm giving it to you if in case it happens.
In case what happens?
In case you can't find anybody else and the power needs to be fixed. I don't want it. But if worst case comes and it comes to whether or not the realms get destroyed or me retaking the power, then light the feather. But try to find an alternative first. The power is mine. When I come back, it will go to me. It won't go to anybody else. That's just the way it is. But it can be attuned to somebody else, but you can't give it to another god. It's not how it works. You would have to give it to a mortal. And she just immediately looks at Alistair and Azalia. You two are not compatible. It would not work for you. Looks over at Manon. Maybe. Looks over at Bjorn, Roneen, and Nova. Possibilities.
I'm gonna look at Bjorn when she says that and go, yeah, maybe not. Only over the table because of the bracelet thing. But yeah, no. I'll be like, all right. I mean, it's good information to know. I know you had. I guess last thing. I know you had compatriots back in the Aberrant Realm in Feywild. I mean, is there anything you'd want them to know that we could pass on for you?
Well, one of them has passed. The other two find themselves quite preoccupied. I mean, if you ever find your way into Abris and you're able to find yourself face to face with the Queen, just tell her that she is missed.
I'd be like,
at this point, you guys don't even notice that you're being surrounded with like rose petals and different candles. And you start to get like really light. And she's like, well, that was a good 5 minutes. It was nice talking to you all. Do not forget to don't light it unless you absolutely need to. If you have any questions, and like it starts to like fade away, I'm simply and then they go, and it starts like you start to like phase out and you start to like disappear. You are in a void for about a minute. You guys can interact each other without having anybody interfere within this. You guys are standing on just an empty plane of just white ethereal energy. You don't see anything around you. It's just a white empty space. But you guys can talk to each other for 1 minute before you guys go back to where you were. Is there anything you want to converse about for that 1 minute?
quick, light the feather.
There's something following us.
We're being watched.
She's like, it's only been 5 fucking seconds, you asshole!
We're being watched. We're being followed by someone who reports to Remus.
Bjorn might be right about the weed mine.
Oh?
She might be an evil succubus from the first whatever and created the universe.
That's
We
not
knew
what
that.
we were talking about.
It is what we talked about.
You also too, you all realize now too that Manon has a lot more tattoos than the last time you saw her.
Yeah.
Some new ink.
Manon, never mind.
I mean, it
It's
goes
not
Just have
important.
another book.
We need to start. I think we need to keep Manon away from books.
at this point. It even goes
More
down like her
common with-
tail, like it even like goes.
You have more in common with Klaus than you thought.
You say I don't belong in a library. No, Bjorn, actually. Do you think you can contact the weed mine?
We're not supposed to do that.
According
So.
to who exactly?
We made an agreement.
The Queen,
Are we deciding not to do it already?
we did promise.
I mean, if we're deciding that, that's fine. But I'd like to know the reason.
The Weave Mind might be Queen Kira.
Oh bloody hell!
The big might right now.
A might, but
Is
a
there
possibility. And if we can't
any-
find Queen Kira, then maybe we might as well just ask her ourselves.
Well, can we find out more information first before calling the Weave Mine?
We just
mean,
went
I
to the
can-
Mystic Realm and had all this information. Did you guys find anything about that?
Not what we were looking for.
We know Remus is trying to take Malik's acolytes.
He's keeping
doesn't
secrets
surprise
from
me.
him.
That knowledge.
He's making sure to keep Okarai locked up. Her avatar and Aberus.
possibly in the Aberus, yep.
And also, as far as clarification too, is that I know it got kind of confused in here, but the only person who actually knew the queen's name was actually Nova.
I mean,
Then pretend I said the White Witch the whole time.
Well, we got it now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So the dimension door starts to slow down. We're gonna take a break. Be back.
Good too.
Alright.
Insider.
Let me change the music. All right. So you guys reappear back inside the mansion.
Oh goody, this place again.
As you go in, you appear back to like the front door. So basically here, and as soon as you go in, you start to hear things first. You start to hear like someone murderously like stabbing somebody, like aggressively, with like what sounds like a knife or a blade of some kind. And immediately as you guys appear, you just see a familiar, like, human-skinned tiefling murdering a bunch of marionettes, like, bloodied and covered, as he just immediately just turns with you with his bowstring. Where the fuck were you? I have been here by myself. Where the hell did you go? I thought you were dead. Fucking assholes. All of you.
Wasn't our idea.
To leave.
I say as I
When,
fire
not
an eldritch
where.
blast at one of the marionettes.
What's that?
Shoot an
Wasn't-
arrow.
I'm firing an eldritch blast at one of the marionettes
Okay.
and say, wasn't our idea.
And I will shoot a arrow at one of them. When, not where.
Just immediately just closes his bow. Just desummons it. Just starts walking. Immediately just like wipes off some like the dust of some like the smashed marionettes and like a little bit of blood off his face. This place is freaky as fuck. Been here for an hour and it's fucking annoying.
Only
We're
been here
trying
for
to
an
fix
hour.
that.
Oh, I mean, I saw you guys like an hour 5 minutes ago.
More like a day or two.
Nah, it was like an hour.
We're surprised the time is different after what's been going on.
Look, long and short of it, we got stuck in a time loop. We ended up in the realm of pure magic, and now we're back here.
Sounds
None
fun.
of it was our idea. Which is the story of our lives.
I'm gonna put him on the battlefield.
We got sleep, buffet breakfast, even enough time to do some research and read some books.
Cool.
Maybe.
Cool,
don't
cool,
go
cool.
on that right now.
Seems like you had a good time as well.
Yeah. Glad you guys were able to get some good rest. Got able to relax,
I
do
pull
some
a
research.
croissant out of my pocket that I took from breakfast and hand it to him.
You look tense. Why do you look so tense?
Salt
He's
in the wound, Roneen. Salt in the wound.
He's just like
Pocket croissant.
he's just like he like takes. You think a croissant is gonna make everything better? Well, you're fucking right, and he just starts devouring it.
All right. What else do we need to accomplish here before we leave?
I mean, I haven't left this area. I don't know what you guys have done.
I look at Bjorn.
I mean, do you guys have a way to leave?
I'm hoping out the front door if it's not all wibbly wobbly anymore.
It's supposed to not be anymore. Let's take a look and find out. There's only one way to find out.
Who
I
goes
will
and opens up?
ignore Manon. and follow the group going to the front door.
Okay, you open up the door, and there is absolutely nothing in front of or beneath the house. It is just an empty space of nothingness.
Well, that's not where it's supposed to go. That's not what we were told.
I think we have some new issues.
Probably the only way
Nice.
through is to get.
Yeah. Get where?
Sorry, I just got distracted by the Mike Myers theme song. No, I'm just like, he's just like, the only way to get through this is probably to get to the end, like all the other crap we've already dealt with.
The end of what?
This
I thought
house.
We just came back to the beginning.
No, we didn't get through this. We came through that town, came to this house, if I remember correctly. And then we got pulled through all the time bullshit, and we're just dumped back here.
We went to the maze and we came back again. What else are we meant to do?
That was
to
before
the
we
end of
came to
this.
this house.
We left the maze and we were in that weird broken time split of the city, and this was the only thing that was consistent, if you remember.
Right.
Two things happen at this moment. Azalia, once again, you hear the voice screaming to come save me, but only you hear it. Nova, you once again see the similar skin star tiefling moving through the corridors as if locks, doors, and stairwells are nothing but figments of imagination to them.
This time I run towards the screaming.
Okay. All right, you're going to start run to the screaming. It does sound like it's above you, so you're going to start to run. To imply, I got the map layout a little weird last time. These are actually walls. So where we had the map was the battle. It did not make sense. So you got it to get around. You guys got to actually take the stairwells top part, cut through the doors by the fireplaces, and then hug around. And these stairwells actually leads up to the second floor.
So we have to go over here or these stairs right here?
Yeah, either the left or right one. You got to choose which way you want to go.
Okay.
I'll start running this way.
Okay.
Chase after.
Azalea, what are you doing? And
Okay.
I'm going to go after her.
All
It's
right, you
the screaming again. She needs help.
you stop
And I-
there.
Ooh!
As soon as you stop there, you immediately hear all the doors lock and you see 3 statues in front of you. Anybody else can come in the room too.
Well, did the doors lock before?
Depends how
You went
closely
in the
people are
room?
following her.
I mean, I followed after her.
Same.
If you're within, like, if you moved at the same time she did, then you can be in the room with her.
All right.
Okay.
If you waited a turn to basically be like, I want to wait to see what they do, then you are on the other side of the door.
Shit, I'm on the other side.
There is technically a door here too that is closed, so a stairwell actually does have a door in front of it. You find yourself 3 statues in this room with the ceiling hidden in shadows. You do not know how high the ceiling goes up, but you assume based off the atrium, if this falls off the same height as the atrium, it's probably about 40 feet in height. But the shadows cover 10 feet above you. For those of you that have magical dark vision, raise your hand. Okay, 1. So if you have
No,
magical...
This kid is in her otter form right now. So.
Okay. If you have the magical dark vision, you can actually start to see about 10 things dangling up in the ceiling. They're just being held there, like almost like chandeliers, but then you start to kind of like twist and contort, and you start to see different kind of marionettes hanging up with red strings. They don't look like they're moving. They're just hanging there like chandeliers.
That's not good.
They have no
There's more of
faces,
those-
and they're completely smooth.
More of those marionette dolls are on the ceiling. They're being held
Where?
up by strings.
I don't suppose we can burn them before they start moving.
I mean,
And I like start
they are
charging my
twitching
heat up.
slightly. They're twitching slightly already. There must be something in this room. Azalea, when you walked in, it triggered. Closed and locked the doors. But it seems like
Great.
there must be more triggers to maybe make them drop.
I'm gonna go
Yes.
back to the door and check for the trap that I didn't check when I ran in.
Okay, so you go back to the door. You can do a perception check, and then add your proficiency bonus to it.
So spooky 20.
The trap was a weighted stone. Unless you were doing a stealth check, the stone would have actually dropped, blocking the door.
Okay, yeah, so sorry guys, but we've got to get out of here. She was screaming and I didn't help her last time and now I can help. And I'm gonna
Who are
go
you
to the
talking
other
about?
door. The woman that I saw, she's not quite fully a woman. She's kind of automatonic. She got dragged inside and I didn't help her last time and now I can help.
What else is going
Don't
on?
hear
Can I look at the
anything.
statues?
What'd you say, Alistair?
I said, what else is going on? Can I look at the statues?
Yeah, sure. You can either give me a insight check or a perception check on them.
You said insight or perception?
Yeah, just to register them.
All right. Oh, hell yeah. So we're going to go with perception. That was 26.
Okay. The statues are all the same person with different armor on. One represents a knight, so a fighter. Another one represents a wizard as a mage. The last one represents a cleric as a healer. There is a stone structure underneath one describing... hang on, I gotta bring it back up.
Now, these are different statues from the ones that we found the
Yes.
stuff in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. When the knight takes the front lines, the healer is needed to support. When the knight goes down, the mage comes in to assist. To imply, this one is the knight, this one is the cleric, this one's the wizard.
Can I push on it?
Yeah, you can turn
Will
them.
it move?
Yep.
Oh, they'll turn.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. And they're all facing...
They're currently all facing left.
Got it. I'm going to rotate the knight to face down.
Down. Okay. You rotate it. You do hear a click.
What was that?
It's a puzzle, I'm guessing, with these stupid statues. Sorry, can you read that plaque one more time?
Okay. The knight takes the lead. When the knight requires assistance, the cleric is necessary. When the knight goes down, the wizard takes support.
Takes support or the port?
Support.
Is there any photos in the room that kind of show
Mm-hmm.
either a knight, a cleric, or mage?
It does. There are a couple photos around. 3 specific ones. One specifically shows a knight on his knees, looking like he needs assistance. The cleric is directly behind him, putting cure wounds on him. So front and the back. The next one shows the knight on the ground in prone position, and you see the exact same position of the wizard in the far back casting a spell.
Can I just rotate them all to face down?
Yep. Wrote them all face down, the door unlocks.
I book it to the door and halt and do a quick.
Okay, go ahead and give me go give me the check.
Now, does the door that we came through unlock?
Yes.
Okay. So the others can come in.
Yeah.
17.
17. All right. This one is also, it's not pressurized on the inside, but it looks like there is something with the fireplace that goes off if you open up the door incorrectly. The 17 doesn't necessarily tell you what the trap does or how it's activated, but you just know it's trapped in something at the fireplace.
Don't touch the fireplace, and I book it through.
Okay. Without truly understanding the problem, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
That tracks.
Yeah, I thought 19.
19.
That's good,
Okay,
though.
so you do succeed. You're gonna take 16 points of fire damage as the fireplace actually explodes.
At least that's halved.
Whoa!
With that and the trap being active, the second trap being activated, the marionette's actually gonna drop.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're
Oh,
not that
shit.
tiny.
Yeah, they're small. Step on them. Take that, Pinocchio. Oh, Pinocchio, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. 3 of them
Oh,
drop.
right.
As you see, like, no facial structure, but still have heads, these weird contorted marionettes, and they're still being hung by crimson strings up into the shadows. But they're moving almost like magic hand is controlling them. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Can I do something with Bjorn while all that was going on?
Depends on what you want to do.
It will be quick, but as they're booking it taking off that way and everyone's following suit, I'm gonna walk up to Bjorn and I'm gonna say, either you contact the Weave Mind or I will, but we do have some questions that need to be answered. And then I will turn and try to jar the door before it opens and get in there, and I'll help roll initiative.
Okay.
I'll hear that and whisper, if we survive. And then I'll follow and roll initiative.
20 or higher from anyone. Azalia, what'd you get?
20.
Nova? I'm sorry, it was me.
20.
20? Okay.
20.
Who has, I'm going to guess Azalia has the higher dex between the two of
Yes.
I think so.
you. And Bjorn, what'd you get?
Natural 20 for 27.
So, some good rolls that come up. All right, 15 or higher. Manon, what'd you get?
18.
18. And for the last ones that did not get a, what we got?
I got a 4,
4,
and
Before
Biscuit got a 12.
5, and Biscuit got 12.
And she's still an otter, so she's going to get smushed very quickly.
And Alistair, you said 5? All right. They got low rolls for their initiative, so we are going to start it up with the natural 20 Bjorn. You see these 3 dancer-like pure white mannequins that are coming down that immediately drop down, and they actually have a belt of 3 different masks that they got attached to their belt, of like almost like they actually ripped off other marionettes' faces that they got strapped to their belts, along with different pieces hung from other marionettes like jewelry. What would you like to do?
I would like to dodge forward, and my first strike would like to be aimed at the belt if I could.
At what?
Out of the first marionette, so I can cut off the
This one?
mask. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't roll for Tyler. Well,
16 to hit. 16 to hit.
yeah, that's it.
Sweet. So 16 plus 12.
16 plus 12? Okay, so
Correct.
28. Got it. Okay, dokie.
Go to, since I have Nick, I'm going to use my dagger to attack.
Okay.
Again, 13 to hit.
13 is a miss. It immediately kind of like uses the actual ribbons and ties itself around and kind of like does like a ballerina dance to kind of like dodge.
And then since I landed an attack, I'll use my bonus action to do, what's it called? Sorry. What's the name of the word? Basically, use a bardic inspiration to add to my AC since I hit with an attack.
Okay.
Now I'm my turn there.
Okie dokie. We go to Azalia.
I am going to take my dagger that has the always a crit and throw it at this guy.
Okay.
And I'm guessing it misses because it's a 9.
Well, if you're using a dagger that auto crits, then it just auto crits.
It just auto hits.
Yep.
Okay. And then he has not had a turn in combat.
Nope.
And I'm kind of sneaky, so I get my sneak attack. So that is an 18.
That is, let's see. Okay, 18 points.
And then I will take my second dagger and throw it. 25 to hit.
Yep.
And that's 25 damage, including sneak attack.
Okay, both daggers are stuck inside the marionette. That marionette's very damaged.
And I will end my turn there.
Okay, we go to Nova.
Can I, instead of targeting one of the actual like marionettes, can I target the strings above them?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the strings above
Okay,
them.
they have the same AC because they move with the marionettes, but yeah.
So I'm gonna go for this one first
Okay.
because that's the one I can see the most.
Okie dokie.
Where's that? Okay. That's only, let's see. That's only a 13.
13 against the strings is unfortunately a miss.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try the other blasts at the same thing.
Okay.
That's worse, so never mind.
Oh, that sucks. All right.
So I'm gonna actually try to hide near one of the, like, get half covered by
Okay.
one of these.
Okay.
But that's probably not the best. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna try to be here. This guy will still have line of sight.
Yeah,
on
that
me,
one will
but-
still get line of sight. The other will have to
Yeah.
give you that AC bonus.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Okie dokie. We go to Manon.
I'm going to. I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step here in front of that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for an attack. Let's use my dice. Be fun. It might be fun. That's an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Slay. I'm gonna I'm gonna put a seal on it. That. Let's do it. One. So that is. God, I can't math. Damn, that's 22 points of damage.
Okay.
Is he still up?
Oh yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I hit him again.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn my seal on that one. Okay, that is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
8 plus, so 28 plus the seal. Because I'm burning it. I'm gonna go fire. So 9 points of fire. So 28 slashing with 9 fire.
It is vulnerable to fire, so it's going to take extra fire damage. Anything else?
Is it still up?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm mad now, but that's all I can do by turn, so I'll have to wait for that. I'll tune in next time.
All right, we go to the Marionette's turn. We're going to start off with this one on the far left. She is going to create Construct, and you're going to start seeing her like dangle there upside down, and she's going to start weaving and start pulling out the strands, and she's going to start making herself Joy and Sadness. So she is going to... Not that big. Not that big. And then she is going to use her bonus action to give them the commands. So she's going to do Joy, and she's going to have... Go 5, 10. He's going to go over by Manon. And he is going to attack with his scythe. Or I'm sorry, not his scythe, his sickle. 16 to hit.
Sorry, 16 is a miss.
Okay. He's going to swing. He's going to, like, throw his back out, and he's going to go off with his offhand. He's going to come back. He's going to try to swing with his offhand. 19 to hit.
That does it, yeah.
Okay. You're going to take 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is Joy's turn. We're going to go to Sadness. Sadness is going to go up to Tylarian. And Sadness is going to bring out its staff. And it's going to attack Tylarian with the staff. $15 is a miss. Tylarian dodges out of the way. He's going to backswing with the staff. Natural 20 hits Tylarian. So Tylarian's going to take 22 points of damage. As he misses off the other one, he kind of beats him underneath the chin with the second one. All right, so that's the first one's turn. We're going to go with this one. This one is going to take advantage of being right in front of Manon and is going to activate, instead of Construct, it's going to do Restrict Person, which is just Hold Person spell, but it's done at higher value as you start to see her dance around and summoning the crimson strings in the air, and they're immediately just going to magically come down and try to strike you. So, Manon, I need you to give me a wisdom statement throw. At the same time, she can do it against a second person, so she's also going to do it against Tylarian. Tylarian got a 17, which succeeds.
I got a 17 as well.
Okay, so you succeed as well. You immediately see his crimson, like, blood streaks come out of the air, and they try to wrap around you. You immediately just push them out of the way. And then, as a bonus action, she's going to pull out her dagger, and she's going to strike with her dagger, as you see, like, this very, very edged, terribly colored, like, almost like blood-stained dagger, and she's going to try to strike at you with that. 18 to hit.
That meets.
Meets, okay. That's going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
Just to be a shit, can I make her make a wisdom saving throw?
Sure. Natural 1.
All right. Then she'll take 9 necrotic back.
Got it. All right, we're going to go to the last Guardian Marionette. She is going to kind of ballerina dance her way forward. 5, 10. And as she does, you keep hearing bones crack. And then she is going to go up by Biscuit. And she's going to attack Biscuit with her dual daggers. 13 against Biscuit.
Yes.
Okay. 9 points of damage for the first one.
Bye, Biscuit.
Okay. Biscuit's gone.
She's only got 3 in that form.
Gotcha. So then she'll move up the other part, and then she'll attack Roneen with the offhand. 14 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. That's only 2 points of damage.
Okie doke.
What the hell is going on here? What's going on? What is somebody doing?
Don't worry about it.
All right. That is the Marionette's turn. We're going to go to Alistair.
Yeah, that really... Yeah. All right, let's do that. I'm going to first... Okay. I need this guy,
Mm-hmm.
the left, that marionette.
Mm-hmm.
Can it make me a strength saving throw?
Sure. It does get a +7 in strength saving throws. 12.
Okay, okay, so it fails.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna move it. This way. Okay, 5 feet back.
Okay.
I'm going to move up, and then I'm going to cast Burning Hands. Does the Burning Hands work like my Cure Wounds?
What do you mean?
Where I can
Oh,
upcast it?
yeah, yeah, because it is your racial spell. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna upcast it to. Let's go a 2nd level.
So you can do the cone effect, so it hits both marionettes. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it should hit both marionettes, but it should do 5d6 fire damage
Okay.
instead.
Sounds good.
Okay, so they need to do a dex saving throw.
All right. So the sadness marionette, nat 1. What the fuck? And the guardian marionette, 17.
Okay, so sadness fails. The other one takes half damage.
Okay.
Or technically regular damage since they're vulnerable, I
Yep.
guess.
Yeah, they are vulnerable.
So, well, that's pretty good. Yeah. So 22 points of fire damage.
Okay, so the first guy gets destroyed really easily. Doubling the amount, or no, make it because it's 16 vulnerable. This marionette is extremely damaged, but it's holding on to dear life.
Okay, cool. And I will. Oh, Manon can hold herself for a little while, so I will shift to there and block between it and Roneen so it can't get to her.
Got it.
That'll be my turn.
And yeah, we go to Roneen.
Okay, bonus action. We summon the big floppy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone is shocked. I know. Here. Let's see. Yeah. I want to have reach both of them. And it's going to attack this thing first.
Okay.
For hello. 12 to hit.
12 against Joy actually is what you need.
Oh, good. So that's 9 points of cold damage.
Okay. Got it.
I am going to start over here, kind of, and I'm going to kind of climb. Can I climb up on like the plinth for the statue?
Yeah, I mean, it's the statue itself is roughly the standard size, so it's like 6 feet in height, so it's not hard to climb up.
Okay. I just don't want to. Yeah, I just want to have line of sight.
Sure.
On and we're going to Eldritch Blast.
Bottom left.
This one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
And this one.
Okay.
Actually, no, because this one's mostly these two, the two that are not as damaged.
Okay.
So, first one is a 14 to hit.
14 is a miss.
Okay, and the second one against the one that's next to Manon
Mm-hmm.
is 27 to hit.
Yep.
For a whopping 1
Okay.
damage.
Got it. Better than none.
So, yep. Do I want to? I am not going to resummon Biscuit immediately because, yeah, I will leave her off the field for now. I have done. Yep, that's my turn.
All right, we're gonna go to Tylarian. He is going to target the one in front of Alistair, and he's gonna draw his energy bow, and he is going to bonus action steady aim and give himself advantage. That's a 19 to hit, which it does. So he gets 2d10. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. He gets 3d8. So 14 points of damage against that guy, which is still up. And then we're going to do extra attack, and then we're going to target him again, which that is an 18, which does hit. And that is enough to kill the one in front of Alistair. All right, top of the round to Bjorn.
Anyway, all my measuring has come to fruition. I'm gonna say, see the websy weed, now let the ravens feed, and I would like to cast the Cloud of Daggers, center right there. So
Okay.
It's those 3.
It's only hitting 1. Those statues are just part of the map. They're
Those
not
are statues.
Those are statues.
Oh, my bad. The bad.
You could still do it on this one if you wanted
Yeah, you could.
to.
Yeah.
So then it wouldn't hit like.
It wouldn't hit
Roneen or
Manon.
Manon.
Yeah, we'll go for it
Okay.
on that one. So when they enter their turn, they will get 11 points of slashing damage
Got it.
when they start their turn, and that was my action. As I kind of sing that song, I will bombastic side-eye Manon and give her bardic inspiration. So you have a d6.
Okay.
Manon.
You just give me a bombastic side eye and I feel inspired.
Bombastic side-eye.
All right, cool.
Good side eye.
Let's go to Azalia.
I take a step in and I'm gonna shoot this one next to Manon. And because I have an ally in the space next to him, I get sneak attack, right?
Oh, as far as Big Floppy?
Yeah, as far as Big Floppy.
Yeah, you get sneak attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Manon.
Not from where you are, no.
Okay.
No, they just have to be within 5 feet for a sneak attack.
Do you mean
qualify being
flanking?
right there.
No.
No, it's an enemy or an ally within 5 feet as well. You don't need advantage if.
Oh,
You don't
just...
need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
So that would be if the
Yeah.
enemy isn't good.
Well, you get your
Okay.
sneak attack damage.
You get sneak
Okay.
attack, but you don't get advantage.
Got it. I lost my bow. Okay, there it is. Sorry. 19 to hit.
Yeah.
37 damage, please.
To which one?
To this guy in front of Manon.
Okay, yeah, he's dead.
And then I will, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm just going to move over here and end my turn.
Okay. We go to Nova.
I'm gonna move up just a little bit so I can see around the statue. I'm gonna shoot this one with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do it on here instead of my regular dice. See if that helps. 17 to hit.
It does hit.
Awesome. That is 13 damage to this one.
Oh, yeah, they're destroyed.
Okay. And can I see this one
Yes.
from where I am now?
Yep.
Okay, I'll use my other
Eldritch Blast.
yeah. And shoot at that one. That's a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's 9 damage.
Okay. It's still up, but it's hanging very, very, very by like slight amount.
And that would be my turn.
Okay. They go to Manon.
Rinse and repeat. Oh. Well, move this way and then rinse and repeat.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. It's okay. It just was almost a 20. Or 19. That was what it was. It's not 19. I'm sorry. It said 22.
Yep.
13 plus 9. I can math.
Yeah. Yep. You were able to destroy it.
Oh, no. Wait, I didn't roll damage yet.
I thought you said you did 19 points of damage.
I'm sorry. No, I'm rambling. I'm speaking. I did 17 points of damage.
Okay, that's
Do I
yeah,
still need
you're
one more?
good. Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, okay,
It only had
okay.
5
We'll
left.
Stop there. We'll stop there.
Okay. With that, you can tell that there's another creature in this room that's actually the puppeteer. You see all these strings actually moving with like this mage hand, and it immediately just pulls it up and it goes somewhere else in the house. Combat is done.
I'm going to pick up my daggers.
With that, you hear something in the central lobby. You hear 3 clicks on lock. But before we do that, we're going to end the session there.
Ah.
Oh.
That was probably those statues that we got one thing out of already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And the notes there.
All right. We're gonna end it there. Thank you for all for watching. If you missed anything, don't forget to check our episodes on YouTube. And then we have our next episode of Daggerheart tomorrow. So if you want to check out what's going on with that is at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. That being said, everybody, thank you for watching, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.